Hey, how you guys doing? iBag Lex. Yeah, so I thought I'd make a video basically on accelerated crew training or, fast ways to accelerate your crew training. Um, no, some of them are free, some of them cost gold. And then at the end of this, I thought I would leave you guys with probably my top 3 perks that I use. And then in the future, if you guys are interested, we might talk about the best perks to use on, medium, and then maybe do a video on light, because I'll just tell you, I've tried to make a couple of videos on this and there's just so much to talk about. Just what we're going to talk about right now is almost mind-blowing, seriously, which is basically accelerated crew training. So let's go ahead and just talk about the 5 ways that I know of that will make you accelerate your tanks a lot quicker. So the first one would be to use the mentor perk. So you guys may see this is the Sherman Firefly right here. And yeah, I just got it to 100%, and this was a crew that I had on the car. I think it was the Sherman 3, which is when I start keeping them. So if you guys want to know something, I'm going to tell you, I don't usually keep my crew. I just get free crews and I dismiss the other ones. And then at about tier 4, I start actually using money to keep the same crew in the same tank. But that's just how I do it. There's ways around that, but it just makes this video really long. So if you guys would like me to do something on that in the future, I can. It's called overclocking your crew. If you guys don't know what that is, I could show you, in the future. Anyway, so mentor perk. The mentor perk is the first one that I pick on a tank, and the reason why it provides additional crew XP. That's the first way to make your tank rank up quicker. Now, it doesn't apply until after you have it 100% on it, but I will say that your next perks that you get after that will come way faster. So if you're planning on keeping your crew in a tank, that's probably the best perk to go with first. Which is going to bring me to the next thing, and that is elite tanks. Elite tanks are basically tanks that have been researched all the way and you decided to keep them. For instance, I have a couple. This is my first elite tank, the Matilda. My second is the Tiger. I've made it to the E100, which means this tank became elite as soon as I purchased the tank above it. So I researched everything about it, and now it has accelerated crew training. I can also, if I'm in a jam and I can't really, let's just say maybe I don't want to research something on a tank, I can use my XP that I've earned on the Matilda, and I can use the converter if I wanted to, and get free XP. So that's basically the benefits of having the elite tank. The accelerated crew training, though, is pretty cool. I'm going to go ahead and say, though, that from my experience, the higher your tier, the quicker you rank up. And I'm going to go ahead and say that this is the original crew from my Matilda, and I've played something like 268 games, and I only have 3 perks, and I'm working on my 4th. Which is crazy if you think about the statistics on that. It doesn't seem like I'm really accelerating anything. And it's because it's a tier 4 vehicle. I've actually discovered that the higher the tier, the quicker it is. So I'm going to go ahead and tell you that the ultimate way, if you guys want to have the fastest way to rank up, is to play in a tier 10 vehicle or tier 9. You'll rank your crew up really fast, especially if you make it elite. So this is an elite tank, and on average I get like 10 points per game. So yeah, I would say that the easiest way to would be to train crews up in this and transfer them down, and then you'll devastate or own. So that's just one trick you could use. The other one basically is to buy a premium tank, which most people are going to say right now, don't be a wallet warrior. I'm going to go ahead and say that it's not, nobody's using this to be a wallet warrior. This is a tool. This is a tool that you could use in the game. You can earn a lot more silver per match. You can rank up your crews. You can also transfer crews in and out of this for free. And I'm going to go ahead and talk about that a little bit. So let's say that my M48 patent, let's just say maybe I needed something on it. For instance, maybe camouflage. And I couldn't do it, let's just say. Maybe I wanted to add camouflage, but I didn't want to keep getting shot with this tank. I could actually go into crew settings here, and I could pick it. I could go to reassign, and I could put this crew for free into my Super Persian. Now the only reason I'd be able to do that though is because they're the same category, meaning they're both medium tanks. And then let's say I train the crew up in the Persian. Once I'm done with that, I can put that same crew right back into the M48 Patton. And you know, that's how elite tanks, that's one of the benefits to it. So if you look at it, it's a tool. Look, you see how it says right there, assign for free. If you look at it, you see it right there above. So it pretty much tells you can put them in there for free, but when it comes back. Now this is kind of weird. It says I can put it in for free. Oh, okay. I actually do know why. You can put any crew in from any tank for free into an elite tank. It doesn't even matter what class it is. It's just when you go to put it back. Because if I'm taking a medium crew and I'm putting them into a Scorpion, they're technically going to be learning to be a TD, not a medium. So that makes sense. Anyway, so the last way that I know of to accelerate crew training is to basically get premium. Get premium time. You can earn it in an op this week. You know, and if not, you know, you can buy it. If you only play on the weekends, you know, buy a day or buy 2 days or get a 3-day. It helps support the developer. A lot of people think that, you know, they make tons of money. Have you seen these guys at Wargaming? These guys are wearing like sweatshirts. They don't shave their faces. These guys, they look like bums. And I hate to say it, but seriously, that they do not make as much money as you guys might think. The game's free for one. You know, two, they get a little bit of money for you using the servers and spending the time. But where the developers really make the money at, and like why we can get like the Chieftain's Hatch and stuff, which is a show that I watch all the time on YouTube if you guys haven't seen it. I also watch the Wargaming European, and they show some really cool stuff. It helps support all that. So yeah, I'm not plugging for them. I'm just trying to tell you guys that's what I know. Which brings me to the end of this video, which is my top 3, you know, perks that I would say you should start with, and that would be Mentor, Brothers in Arms, and Sixth Sense. Seriously, they're hands down. They're probably the top, the ones that give you the most. Let's look at it. Now I will say that there are other perks depending on, you know, tank to tank that are better, but I'm going to go ahead and say for starter tanks, this is the best way. Mentor, which basically means that when you get your next perk, it's going to go quicker. Brothers in Arms improves major qualifications and skills to the entire crew. Why would I even use that? Why? Because it gives me quicker reloading, quicker aim time. On average, I'm about 5 to 6% better than the same tank of the same class. Seriously. Because I have Brothers in Arms. It makes all my crew have higher points. Now, if you add improved ventilation, man, it's something like 8 to 10 points, which is pretty good. And then, of course, the all-important Sixth Sense. This enables commanders to identify whether the vehicle has been detected by an enemy. And that is super important. That gives you an edge. It's not after the fact, too, because I'll tell you, you know, stock tanks, it'll say, hey, you're detected, usually when it's too late. You know, I'm going to tell you, I know you guys have been in a room and you guys, like, seen a guy and you went to aim at him and all of a sudden he just got out of there. It was like he had a Sixth Sense. It's because he was using Sixth Sense. So, anyway, that's pretty much it for the end of this video. I will try to do something on ammunition, equipment, and consumables, and I'll probably try and break it up into videos. That way it's not like a mind overload. And of course, I will do something on how I would basically train a medium crew compared to a heavy, and kind of give you guys some ideas of what you could do in the future, you know, for your tanks, because there's just so many different ways that you can run it. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this. Comment, like, and subscribe. And have a good one. Later.